What's up, Phirst Contention fans? Welcome back. We got a whole lot of stuff in store for you. Super Bowl recap, NBA All-Star, college hoops. Keep it locked right here. It's Phirst Contention.
Let's get this party started.
Coverage tight, spotlight on tomorrow. Who you with? Trust, you'll be delighted that you followed. At Phirst Contention, the invention. We debate sports, of course we should mention. What's that? We cover games, we don't play suspensions. We 100, so if your star's missing, we let you know your squad surely gone fishing. We never fish though, no, not our motto. We sport on deals, on court, on fields. The victors, the vengeance, the legends, latest invention.
What's up, Phirst Contention fans? Welcome back live from Baltimore. I'm your man, Josh Harris. Live from Minneapolis, we got Mr. Ty Sosina.
Salutations.
Mr. Marvin Banks.
I said hola, senors and senoritas.
And from our studios across Maryland in Gaithersburg, Mr. Steve Davis.
What's going on, everybody? Strive higher every day.
And we're going to jump right into it today. We're going to talk about what everybody's been talking about for the past few days. Super Bowl recap. The lights power outage at the Superdome. Crazy. Nail-biting game. Close game. Nobody knew what was going to happen. But the real storyline of the Super Bowl is the one and only Sasha Fierce, Miss Carter, the lovely Beyonce. We're going to talk about what you guys thought about the performance, thought about Destiny's Child getting back together. Yes, Kelly and Michelle joined her. It was quite nice. We'll start things off. Ty, you look a little excited to talk about this. What are your thoughts on Beyonce's halftime performance?
I mean, she has so many names, like you said, Beyonce, Sasha Fierce. The name that y'all don't know is Miss Sosina. As some people may know, she is one of my wives and my fave five. She's number 3, which is very near and dear to my heart. But she killed it. She was unbelievable. I loved the lights and how there was more than one Beyonce. Because if you thought one Beyonce was too much, more is even better. Michelle was cool. She's the one member of Destiny's Children that people love to talk about. But all in all, it was great.
Destiny's Children, eh? Okay.
Oh, Destiny.
Steve, what are your thoughts? What did you think of Beyonce's halftime performance? Was that the true story of the Super Bowl?
Well, obviously, Beyonce had a great show because she's one of the hardest workers in the entertainment business. She went out there, she performed, she did some great dance moves, kind of enticed a lot of the men around the country, and she shut the stage down. I mean, immediately after that, there's no more power in the Superdome, and we wonder why. It's because Beyonce and what she has done on the stage with all those fireworks, all those dance moves, just electrified the stadium so much that it just shut it down.
I believe that Jay-Z tweeted when the lights went out, enough said, she rocked the show. Marvin, what are your thoughts on Beyonce's halftime performance?
What Beyonce did was very disrespectful because she is breaking up happy homes across every nation possible. Every man, every boyfriend, every husband did not move from the halftime entertainment to stare at Beyonce, flat out, ... period. Even Beyonce's subjects are bad. Just imagine that. King Bay subjects are bad. Something that I would like to steal from K-Lord Hill, Lord Jesus, my God, have mercy.
Enough said. Beyonce did her thing. Destiny's Child, Kelly Michelle, making a comeback possibly. I heard the new album's in the work. We'll have to wait and see. But we're going to jump right back into sports. We're going to keep it moving. College hoops. Yes, it is college hoop season, and we're in the middle of the season, and it is in full throttle. Full throttle. The question, though, Does college hoops exist, or does it begin and end with the Big Ten? Is the Big Ten where it is at this year? Can anyone else compete with the team from the Big Ten? Steve, we'll start things off with you. What are your thoughts?
Man, the Big Ten is really, really loaded this year. I mean, if you look at it from top to bottom, there's competitors from all around, and there's 5 legitimate teams that I think have a shot to make it at least to the Final Four. Michigan, Indiana, Michigan State, Ohio State, and Minnesota. I mean, don't count them out. We've lost 4 or 5 the last couple 5 or 6 games, but still, we're still a legitimate team up in Minneapolis. But the way I see it, man, I see the way that Michigan has their players and Indiana, and I can say either any one of those two can win the national championship.
But those Golden Gophers are still in it. All right, Banks, what are your thoughts? Big Ten, is that where it's at?
Easily, hands down, ... Even with the loss of Indiana today to Illinois, in Illinois, you have to remember this is the same Illinois team that beat Gonzaga, the same Illinois team that beat Butler. The Big Ten is where it stops and where it ends. I'm going to go out on a prediction now, go out on a limb before March Madness even happens. The Big Ten will have 3 teams in the Final Four this year. One of the few times that's happened, the other times since the Big East. So the Big Ten will have 3 teams in the four.
The buck stops at the Big Ten. Ty, what are your thoughts?
I don't know what I can say that Steve and Marv haven't already said. Yes, the Big Ten has been good in the years past, but this year is a year. Got Indiana, Wisconsin a little bit, Michigan, them boys, Minnesota, they might be smoke and mirrors. We'll see. Give them some time. They're doing some good things. But most importantly, you look at the other team. You look at Calipari's team in Kentucky. They're not what they used to be. Duke, not what they used to be. So the other powerhouses are not the same caliber and not as talented as the teams of the past, so that opens it up for a Big Ten team. So, yes, I think March will be all about Big Ten.
College Hoops Conference equal Big Ten -30 .
But still, watch out for Syracuse. That's a sleeper team I'm looking at right now.
No.
Okay. No, maybe not at all.
What about the Mammoth boys?
No.
No.
Good story.
No. Moving right along. We're going to keep it rolling with hoops. But now we're talking big time, prime time hoops. We got the 62nd NBA All-Star Game in Houston, February 17th. It's going down. Slam dunk contest. Man, we got some high flyers this year. We got Kenneth Faried. Gerald Green's been in it before. He blew out the birthday candle in his socks. We got Eric Bledsoe. It's going to be a competition to remember. What are your thoughts? Any predictions on the dunk contest? Are you guys excited about this year's NBA All-Star Weekend? Kobe. He's got his 15th selection. There's a lot going on. Dunk contest, Kobe, All-Star Game. What's going to be your favorite part of it? Ty, we'll go right back to you.
Let me start off by saying it's interesting that when the starters were announced that you had Dwight Howard and Kobe, who were terrible at the time starting, but I mean I just had to get off my chest. I feel like those spots deserve belong to someone else. But in terms of the dunk contest, obviously you would like to see LeBron in there, but I think my two favorites are going to be Eric Bledsoe, who was explosive, and Kenneth Faried, the manimal with the dreads, shake your dreads, and I found out he was Nigerian today. So, those are my two favorites going in. Bledsoe and the Niger boy.
Steve, what are your thoughts? NBA All-Star.
Well, first of all, let me get straight to the topic of hand in the dunk contest. And I'm saying my favorite 2 guys is going to be James Flight White, who had won numerous dunk contests in college and high school, and Mr. Gerald Green, because if you saw that dunk he got in the alley-oop last year and you see the way he's dunking this year, you wouldn't be obliged to go against him. So I think those 2 guys are going to be exciting. But the most exciting thing I'm kind of excited to see is just the young guys in the All-Star Game. You got Kyrie Irving, and you got my guy in Indiana, Paul George. These guys are young and up and coming. It's just exciting to see them playing in the All-Star Game. Just a bright future in the NBA.
Okay. And Marvin, NBA All-Star Game, dunk contest. Thoughts?
As my colleagues look at this as the cup half full, let me put things in perspective as the cup half empty. When was the last time the All-Star dunk contest was actually entertaining? We would have to go back a long time. Maybe Dwight Howard versus Nate Robinson. I even go back further. The Vince Carter dunk highlights and against with T-Mac were probably the best dunkers of all time. Now you haven't seen anything new. Yeah, you jump over a hood of a car, you turn off the lights, and you do a 360. Yeah, it's fine, but I haven't seen nothing that just really just get me out my seats like, oh, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. So it's a dunk contest. Yeah, okay. You know, I'll pay attention to it because it's the NBA.
Well, someone's a little high maintenance. I'm excited for it. 60-second All-Star Game dunk contest. It's going down. I'm with Steve. I think Joe Green is going to do some big things as usual. He is a high flyer. The Manimal, Ty, I got you. I'm with you. You never know what could happen. We'll have to wait and see. For Marvin Banks, Steve Davis, and Ty Sosina, I'm Josh Harris, live from Baltimore. We'll see you next time. It's Phirst Contention.
Ride with Phirst Contention, that's full throttle in. We sport on deals, on court, on fields. The victors, the vengeance, the legends, latest invention. Phirst Contention. We sport on deals, on court, on fields. The victors, the vengeance, the legends, latest invention. Phirst Contention. Game face grit, like born for playoffs. Say it all in small time like payoff.